Hello, I'm Bruce Lord from Healthy Land and Water, and we're here today to meet with Ben and Alice Roughan. Ben and Alice have been participating in our Drought Resilience project, which is funded by the Australian Government's Future Drought Fund. And we're here to find out what they've done to improve their soils and pasture and the overall resilience of their grazing business.
Alice Roughan, my wife and I, we run Ivanhoe Wagyu in the Brisbane Valley. We have around 2,500 acres that we own or lease, which we have our breeding cows on, and we carry the majority of those through to feeder weight. And we also have another property at Gameri, 10,000 acres, and we have more commercial cattle there. We run a rotational grazing program, trying to focus on around 105 days rest in between each grazing. Have our bulls out for two to 3 months each year. Over the years, we've planted mixed pastures and legumes. We've planted quite a lot of Leucaena that we've been able to see the benefits and the weight gain benefits that has brought about. So every time we're looking at improving any country, we're always trying to incorporate more legumes into the soil. Helps to fixate nitrogen and also, hopefully increase weight gains as well. So always looking to look at best practice and see what we can improve upon. So in terms of trying to increase our drought resilience, this paddock here was probably one of the more rundown paddocks on the property. It had quite a bit of pasture rundown. It had never had any improvements and had some timber taken from it over the years. Definitely the best paddock for us to try and improve and to I think we could maximise the benefits here from our investment. Yeah, it hasn't had a grazing yet, so this was our first graze of the season.
It's certainly a really good establishment. You've really, got a good, good strong component of legume. We need that sort of 30% plus of our pasture being dominated by legumes. So you've got that really good density of legumes, both of your shrubby legumes and your peas and beans that are coming up through the mixed pasture as well. So
we found before the grazing, it was you could really see these twining legumes with the burgundy bean and the presto pea really coming up and through the grass. A lot of that's been trampled now, but hopefully with the daylight that's been let back in, we're going to see some of these still spring away.
So we've had Leucaena within our pasture grazing management for a long time, but incorporating the desmanthus and lower profile legumes within the pasture setting, just to see how they perform and how they can be utilised with pasture grazing and resilience as far as providing a higher protein base over a longer period of time. It'll be very interesting to see how they perform over the years, but so far we've seen a lot of success with it and persistence within the pasture setting.
Going from one plant to hundreds of plants potentially with the seeding that you've
And those unscarified seeds, they should hopefully germinate over the next period, next summer or the summer after that even. So we've taken some pasture cuts from the unimproved pasture and our improved pasture. So we've got the dry matter records there now for initially, and then going forward we'd like to keep monitoring that in conjunction and with help from Healthy Land and Water. And we notice an increased gain of 0.4 to 0.5 to half a kilo on the Leucaena versus just pasture. So we know we're getting a benefit with Leucaena, but down the track, once we split this paddock into its own individual entity, we'll be able to weigh cattle in, weigh cattle out, and also compare that to other pastures that haven't been improved. And I just think that it's a persistent legume and well managed with the rotational grazing system. We're hoping that these pastures will maintain their virility and their density over the coming years without having to apply any more sort of fertiliser.